You're in the middle of an invisible war, and the enemy feeds on your life force. Every unexplained fatigue, every encounter that leaves you hollow, every sleepless night is a symptom, not of illness, but of theft. Ancient wisdom spoke of beings and humans alike who drain others to survive. They're real, they're near, and unless you shield your energy, you're already prey. But there's a codex, hidden, hermetic, powerful, that can teach you how to fight back. Tonight, you're invited behind a veil few dare lift, to glimpse the ancient archetype of energy vampires, psychic parasites, astral leeches, and shadow feeders who have haunted humanity since time immemorial. They are not just myths or metaphor. They are multi-dimensional entities lurking in the spaces where physical, etheric, and spiritual worlds bleed together. And as you watch, you'll begin to see the subtle wounds they leave, invisible yet draining your mental clarity, physical vitality, and spiritual sovereignty. Right now, in this hyper-connected world, the very fabric of your energetic boundaries is fraying. You might feel exhausted, overwhelmed, or inexplicably off after interactions you once took for granted. This isn't random. It's a silent war, fought in psychic shadows and subtle vibrations. The ancient guardians of forbidden knowledge warned that these energy leeches are masters of invisibility, feeding not just on your time or sympathy, but on your life force itself. By the end of this journey, you'll not only recognize their telltale signs, but also hold keys forged in the fires of hermetic wisdom, shields for your soul, and a path to reclaim your sovereignty. Imagine an ancient codex, long lost beneath layers of dust and silence, whispering from the depths of forgotten realms. It speaks of shadows that feed on light, parasites of the soul disguised in human form. The Hermetica, those sacred texts of the mystical tradition, tell us, as above, so below, as within, so without. This phrase is not mere poetry. It is the blueprint of energetic reality. Your inner world resonates outward, creating ripples that either invite or repel unseen forces. Energy vampires exploit this law. They pierce your internal harmony, tapping into the cracks you don't see, siphoning your vital spark while you remain unaware. Some wear the mask of the friendly colleague, the loved one, or the desperate stranger. Others lurk in the ether, shapeless but potent, invisible to the naked eye, yet unmistakable in their effect. The subtle art of discernment begins with awareness of their layers. The physical drain, fatigue after contact, muscle weakness, a sense of heaviness. The etheric breach, a tear in your aura, an invisible wound that leaks energy. The astral attachment, lingering emotional turmoil, obsessive thoughts, or shadowy influences clinging to your essence. What if the common exhaustion you chalk up to stress or overwork is actually an energetic hemorrhage? These vampires are not always obvious. They speak through emotional manipulation, endless complaints, or relentless neediness that feels like a slow bleed on your soul. Let's pull back the curtain on their archetypes. The complainer. Their endless grievances create a vortex of negativity, dragging you down into their emotional swamp. The narcissist. A black hole of attention. They siphon your admiration and self-worth until you're a hollow shell. The martyr. Wrapped in their suffering, they drain you by forcing guilt and obligation to feed their pain. The manipulator. Master puppeteers of the psyche. They twist your empathy into chains binding your freedom. These archetypes are shadows cast from a hidden mirror, a reflection of energy patterns you unknowingly share or tolerate. An ancient manuscript from the Kabbalistic tradition reveals a secret code. Your aura, like a woven tapestry, can be pierced and frayed. Each psychic attachment acts like a thread pulled loose, unraveling your energetic armor and exposing your soul to deeper harm. But awareness is the first shield. Recognizing these wounds, the invisible tears in your field, is where sovereignty begins. Look inward for a moment. If your soul is a radiant sun, what clouds are still obscuring its light? Ask yourself, who or what leaves you depleted after encounters? Are you willingly handing over your power? Or are you unknowingly tethered to shadows that don't belong to you? Energy vampires are not external invaders alone. They are mirrors reflecting the parts of yourself still afraid, still unresolved. What fears or wounds do you hide in the dark corners of your being that allow these leeches to thrive? This is not a question of blame, but awakening. To reclaim your sovereignty, you must meet these shadows, not with judgment, but with fierce compassion and unyielding strength. To reclaim your power from the grasp of energy vampires, the ancient Hermetic Codex offers 3 profound laws: timeless occult shields against psychic predators, the principle of mentalism, the all is mind, the universe is mental. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality and your first line of defense. Mastery over your mind erects psychic barriers. Awareness and intent become shields that no shadow can breach. Imagine your consciousness as a fortress, each focused thought a stone in its walls. The principle of correspondence: as above, so below, as within, so without. This law reveals the resonance between your inner state and outer reality. By tuning into this harmony, you can detect when your energy is breached, a discordant note signaling a leak or attachment. It's like a sacred sonar, helping you sense unseen invaders. The law of vibration. Everything vibrates. Nothing rests. Your energy frequency is a beacon. Raise it, and you become impenetrable. A lighthouse radiating light so bright, no shadow can cling. Lower it, and you invite the predators in. These principles are not abstract ideas, but living codes. They teach the sacred art of energetic sovereignty, reclaiming what is yours, and fortifying your soul's boundaries in a world that constantly tests them. How does one walk this path in everyday life? The Hermetic tradition offers practical rituals, subtle yet powerful tools to guard your energy field. Begin with aura visualization, a daily practice where you see your aura as a radiant bubble of golden light, impenetrable and ever-expanding. Visualize this light weaving a shield, reflecting negativity and sealing breaches. Use affirmations as magical incantations. Words spoken with intent shape reality. Try this. I am sovereign. My energy belongs to me. Only love and light enter my space. Repeat it with conviction. Each word is a thread weaving your energetic armor. Boundary setting is the third pillar: physical, emotional, psychic. This might mean saying no firmly, stepping away from draining conversations, or mentally cutting ties with psychic attachments. These boundaries are not walls of isolation, but gates of self-respect and protection. Hermetic masters remind us, energy sovereignty requires vigilance. Like tending a sacred flame, your boundaries need regular care to burn bright. What happens when you transform drained energy instead of losing it? Here lies the alchemy of the soul, turning shadow into gold. Energy vampires may leave you depleted, But within that exhaustion is a message, an invitation to integrate your shadow self. By embracing your fears, wounds, and vulnerabilities without shame, you reclaim the lost fragments of your soul. This integration is power, a reservoir of resilience and authenticity. Cultivate resilience through shadow work. Meet your darkness as an old friend. Listen without judgment, and transmute its energy into creative force. Align yourself with abundance and positivity, not as blind optimism, but as harmonic resonance with the universe's flow. This alignment raises your vibration naturally, creating a feedback loop of protection and empowerment. Imagine yourself as a radiant beacon, untouchable, sovereign, alive. Your energy no longer a resource to be drained, but a wellspring that nourishes every part of your existence. Reflect again. How do these ancient laws and rituals change your relationship with the shadows around you? Are you ready to face the energy vampires, not as victims, but as sovereign alchemists of your own soul? This is no small task. It requires courage to look inward and strength to stand firm outwardly. But the reward is profound. A life lived fully, where your energy is sacred and fiercely guarded. Ask yourself, what will you no longer tolerate? What boundaries will you finally draw in the sand? The ancient ones knew, sovereignty is not given. It is claimed moment by moment, breath by breath. As you close this chapter of your awakening, remember this is an ongoing journey, not a destination. Daily energetic hygiene and ritual practice become your sacred routine, cleansing your aura, renewing your mental shields, and affirming your sovereignty. The path ahead holds deeper gates, ancient rituals of spiritual warfare and cosmic protection yet to be revealed. Energy vampires are but the first shadows in this labyrinth. Deeper mysteries await, ready to transform you beyond all you thought possible. As the Hermetica whispered, the lips of wisdom are closed, except to the ears of understanding. Walk forward with that understanding. The next gate is opening, and the keys are in your hands. Until the next time, stay sovereign, stay awake.